Hey everybody, my name's Wyatt and I'm Ferda Tunes. It's a very gloomy, rainy day out and unfortunately it matches the mood. Today is the 2nd year anniversary. There's not too much to celebrate except life itself, really, of Mac Miller passing away. Now I'll keep it short because pretty much everything that could be said has been said, I think. But man, his music just meant everything to me and it's just, it's a bummer. All I know is I'm streaming Mac all day and you should stream Circles because it's still album of the year. Just a wonderful artist that, I will not be able to forget about. So, gotta show recognition. But as usual, this is our weekly news roundup, so let's dive right into the news. Unfortunately, we can't go one single week without somebody dying and some sad news, so, as we usually do, get it out of the way. Ian Mitchell, the former bassist for the Bay City Rollers, passed away at, I think, 62, if I'm not mistaken. And damn shame, man, Bay City Rollers are very, you either love them or you hate them. I fucking love them. So, it's just a shame to hear, 62 is just still a little too young for there's some rock stars to be dying. So yeah, unfortunate, but I'm glad I got to celebrate a bit of their music. I saw their kind of like revisioned band, I think last year. So I'll get a concert overview up of that at some point, to be honest, because that was just a really fun show. But anyways, moving on, the biggest news this week, I guess it was pretty dull this week, unless I'm missing stuff. As usual, I'll add everything in the description if I missed a release or whatever. But one of the members of ASAP Mob that I'm not very familiar with, I'll be honest, tweeted out or posted somewhere that ASAP Ferg is kicked out of ASAP Mob and he's washed up and he's all this and everyone on Twitter, including myself, was just kind of like, wait, what the fuck? Like, ASAP Ferg has very obviously been like the one of the most prominent members, if not like the second most. So it was just like weird to see that, and it's also been weird that ASAP Rocky hasn't come out on Twitter, because whenever something pops up with his name or whatever, like he's on Twitter to clear his name. At least that's the impression I've been given. But ASAP Nas did and came out and said no, like Ferg's good, whatever. So I don't know what to think, and ever since that like day that news came out or whatever, it's just kind of died down. So I really don't know what to think. I hope, I like Ferg, I'm not crazy about his recent music output, but he's the Mob. You can't kick Ferg out. What the fuck? Unfortunately, I heard some news about Rihanna getting in like some kind of electric scooter accident or something, and like her face got not fucked up, but we also heard right away that she is going to be all right and it is all fine and it's nothing to worry about. So this was so funny. Okay, Silento, if you remember, watch me with and watch me he had the fucking Nickelodeon Labor Day weekend deal, all that shit. Silento, the one-hit wonder. I guess he was arrested for breaking into someone's house with a hatchet, looking for his girlfriend, and something else along those lines. I didn't read too deeply into it. I just wanted to write it down and mention here because, like, we got an announcement for a brand new Autechre album and I'm so excited. I just really got into their music late last year, I think. I just dove so deep into their discography. One of the most important and influential and groundbreaking electronic acts of the 90s and even to early 2000s. They just never stop. We also got a new track from Major Lazer and Nicki Minaj, and I believe some other collabs coming at the end of the week. And that could be really interesting. I'm surprised they haven't collabed before, or at least not to my knowledge, because that's it sounds like a match made in heaven. Like, I've never been big on Major Lazer's music really at all, but I mean, they do got some hits for sure. I should have got more details on this. I'm goofy as hell, but I'm just pretty sure I saw something about a Smoke DZA tape album, something coming soon, which is dope. I also heard a lot about Lil Reese. There's just new Lil Reese music coming soon, so something to look forward to. Moving on to the new releases of the week, album-wise, we got Big Sean. Big Sean dropped a big project, Detroit Part 2. He also talked about on Twitter how he's planning on starting a new label soon. The album is long, and I haven't got to it yet, and I'm definitely planning to at least check out a good chunk of it or skim through it, right? But I can't say I'm just too excited about like a well over an hour of Big Sean. He's just never been wildly impressive to me or anything super special or interesting or unique, so I'm not just personally like, let's go. I don't know, I just like a rapper like Big Sean dropping like over an hour is a bit much to me, you know. Like I said, I'm not a big fan, so I have been hearing good things though, so you know, no trash talking over here. There's also a new EP, I believe, from Rich Brian called 1999, and there's the 2 singles that preceded it, Love in My Pocket and Don't Care, and there's a new single out too, and I want to check it out because I gotta say I wasn't big on the 2 new singles. It just felt like I won't say anything else. I haven't heard the EP yet. It's like 20 minutes or something, so I'm excited to hear it. There's also a new album, maybe a debut album. I haven't heard of this man, but I wanted to shine some lights. Excuse me. Scott Hellman is a singer from, lo and behold, here in Toronto. But you know, I heard about this guy, something about pop ballads, and you know, I always want to support local talent, you know, especially if I'm feeling it. So definitely gonna give this one a new chance. But moving on to the singles of the week, we got brand new SZA. So we talked about, I think last week or 2 weeks ago, it was something on Twitter about how she wanted to release music and Punch was being a dick, and we got a new single featuring Ty Dolla $ign, Hit Different, produced by the Neptunes, and oh man, I love it to death. It's so somber and smooth and silky, but it's like, it's a hit. It's calm. Her vocals sound unreal. Like, she's just gotten so much better vocally, and I was so shocked. I don't know, recently I've just been hearing her vocals just sound something else. It's pure, a little higher pitched. There's something about it, I don't know, but it's beautiful. Amazing track, amazing music video too. Couldn't praise this track enough. I'll already say it, best release of the week. There's also, I believe, 2 new singles off the Machine Drum album that I think is coming next month, and very good shit. I'm very excited about this album. I've only heard 4 tracks from Machine Drum, I think, and they're all off this new album. And there was one with Freddie Gibbs that I think is just so underrated. I haven't seen anyone talk about it. It's such a rude banger. And the others, from what I remember, are just some more EDM flavored tracks, but oh, can't get enough electronic music nowadays. So looking forward to that. There's also a new single out by Lil Durk that didn't do too much for me. It was pretty interesting and wasn't bad at all, by no means, nothing like that. But I don't know, Lil Durk, I think he has still a little ways to go for me personally. I totally see the hype and everything, but I'm personally just not really enamored with him. Chloe and Halle dropped the remix to Do It with Doja Cat, City Girls, and Mulatto. G-Eazy has a new single out. I also believe Puya has a new single out. I'm gonna have to look into that one more, but and also Dizzy Wright, a rapper that just popped into my head this morning. I don't know why, but I used to listen to him so much when he was on his like Funk Volume stuff. I think in like when I was in grade 10 or 11 or something. But he's always been a really consistent, like, you know, kind of stoner rapper, kind of Currency vibes, but a little more laid back, kind of Snoop Dogg-ish flavor, I guess. But he's got a new album on the way and a few new singles from it, so I'm definitely gonna dive in and check it out and catch up on his recently released material that I probably must have missed out. So like I said, best new release of the week is SZA and Ty Dolla $ign and the Neptunes easily. It's just been on repeat. Go check out the video if you haven't heard it. And I think it's very safe to assume that if I really sat with everything I just discussed and really talked about it and really went through and listened to it, fairly certain, it's a very safe assumption off of my personal taste to make, that G-Eazy got the worst release of the week. I ain't even listening to that shit though, yo. Don't come at me hating, man. I fucking can't stand anything G-Eazy has really ever put out. So don't come at me, yo, give it a chance. I'm okay. I'm good on that, okay? I'm sorry but whatever. I believe that's it for all our news. There wasn't too much to get through this week, and again, if I missed any, I'll add it to the description. As usual, you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, wherever, at Ferda Tunes. Links are in the description. You can check out the podcast if you want to hear more content from me and the boys from last year. And that's it. We'll see you guys later in the week. There's another first reaction coming soon. I hope you guys are enjoying this new content coming out. I just want to keep it going, really. So yeah, that's it. Stream circles and take it easy.